and welcome to Battlefront! Finally, a game I've been waiting for so goddamn long. And I am worried it's not going to be as good as they were making it out to be. Which, it's EA, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, welcome back after a little while, in which point I am planning to continue doing my YouTube again on a regular basis, because I've just, again, had a sudden spark of motivation to do it, in which point I have a couple of series of videos I plan to start and hopefully keep up with. So what you're watching right now is actually from the Battlefront Beta. It is survival mode, which is currently the only single player option in the beta. I didn't actually look to see if it's the only one in the game, I'm not sure, but pretty much you face 6 waves of enemies, in which point they scale up in different things, and at the end of wave 2 and the end of wave 5 you get orbital drops that help you. So that'll be playing on in the background while I pretty much talk on what I think about Battlefront. So I was planning to put some multiplayer footage on the back of this until I realised I'm not that great at multiplayer at the moment, so I've decided to change it a bit and just stick this on in the background. I think it was a pretty quick run as well, so I'm sure people have done it much quicker, but I didn't lose any lives or anything, so I'm pretty sure it's an alright thing to upload. But regarding the multiplayer, the main one that everyone does obviously is Walker Assault. It is the main multiplayer mode that people want to do. It is what defines Battlefront. Excuse me. And it's what everyone was looking forward to, in which point, if any of you have actually managed to play it, you'll realise that the Empire are just extremely overpowered. The Rebels is just a rubbish. I've only done 2 games where the Rebels have won, and every other one the Empire has won, in which point, so that I think the win rate of Empire to Rebels is something ridiculous. It's like 80 to 20%. That's how ridiculous it is, because the Empire have just got such a huge advantage with the AT-ATs, and the fact that they can only be attacked when they are vulnerable, not during any point. It's the same with tow cables. You can only use them on an AT-AT when they're vulnerable, not at any other point. So it's a bit confusing. Anyway, I plan to be capturing some more multiplayer footage, and I can explain a bit more about that, but I'm just going to talk about the good parts of the game and what I think, because I've been, as I said, looking forward to this for a while. Battlefront 1 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 were my life. They were the games I've been brought up with, in which point this game looks and sounds amazing. I seriously do apologise, the graphics quality I've had to set it to is at low, just so I could get some good enough frames for me to actually play myself. Because I could probably play this game, I think, on about medium at 30 frames. Normally I'd be able to play this much better, but because I'm in a new place, I don't have my computer with me. I've only got my laptop, which is something I got recently, which does have an NVIDIA GTX 960M, but it's a laptop, so at the end of the day it's not at all going to be as good as a desktop. But it's the alternative I have for gaming at the moment, and will be for the next few months or so, unless I decide to bring my PC to where I am, which may be an option. It would definitely help a lot, and it would be brilliant. I'm missing it. So yeah, other things I do love about this game is that, along with the graphics, it sounds amazing. Me and my friends have been talking about this for a while. The gun sounds are amazing. When you're in a shield and you're shot at, it sounds amazing. So, like, I don't know how pretty much to describe it other than you watch this and hear the sounds. It is one of the best sounding games. I've never really focused on sound before, but it's one of the best sounding games I've ever heard, and it's just cool. However, so literally how it looks and how it sounds are probably the good parts of this game. In my opinion anyway, there are quite a few features I do like the jetpacks and the personal shields. It just gives you a bit more of an option on how to play, but in the multiplayer, I just find myself dying so much. Because right now, I just jumped into a whole load of enemies, and of course, it's easy because you're only allowed to do easy for the survival at the moment, which is quite annoying. But if you did that multiplayer, you'd just be stupid. You lose your health so quickly if you're not careful. But it's pretty good, and you get used to it. Some other cool things that I did want to touch before I go into the negatives include the way the third person works. I do love how I love the idea that you can switch between first and third person, and it helps a lot, especially in Walker Assault, because you have all the trenches. In the trenches, you can hold C to go into third person and then press C to switch what side it is on, depending on maybe what kind of wall you're on, and it adds a bit more dynamicness to the gameplay, you could say. But at the same time, I get extremely frustrated when I've third personed, in which point I then go to snipe someone with a cycle rifle, which, for those who don't know, it's what takes up your third spot. As you can see on the bottom right of the screen now, I have a jetpack on it. Excuse me. It takes up your third slot, and you can use it for a one-shot one-shot headshot, and then it has a cooldown. If you missed, obviously you've just got to try and kill them with your blaster, and then wait till the cooldown, and then you can use it again. Which I don't think I like, because I like the idea if you're a sniper, you stay back and you can use it all the time. But moving on to the sort of worst things about this game is that if you just look at the comparison list between Star Wars Battlefront 2 and this, it has so little stuff compared. The amount of planets, the campaign, the fact that this is a loadout system rather than just the different classes you can play. Comparing it to the other Battlefronts, it makes it a bad game. But overall, it makes it, like, not comparing it to the other Battlefronts, it just makes it pretty much like another Battlefield game with a retextured skin and slightly different game modes. That is pretty much how I would sum up this game. And to be honest, I'm still gonna get it just because it is a Battlefront game, and I've been a massive fan of Star Wars for like as long as I can remember. But if you've tried the beta, in which point I'm going to try and upload this video tonight, so you should still have one more day on the beta, I believe, because they've extended it. Try it out and see what you think, because it is free. You can just log into Origin and download it now, even if you haven't pre-ordered it. I haven't got this yet, but I could probably see myself getting it soon. In which point, I hope you find it good, but I can understand your reasonings full on to why you may not find it good. So anyway, I do believe we're coming to the end of the video as I destroy the ATST, in which point I was so scared I was going to die. So yeah, thanks for watching, please like, favourite, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon.